There's no way you won't touch your business money. Yes, because of course you have needs, you have wants. There are days you want to recharge your phone. You have transport to spend from. So when you don't pay yourself, you don't have extra source of income, you definitely have to resort to touching business money. So you have to learn how to pay yourself. So in this video, we're going to be looking at common bookkeeping mistakes that small businesses make, and then how they can overcome them so that it won't cost them their business. Enjoy as you watch. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, turn on the notification bell. So let's dive in. First of all, what is bookkeeping? Bookkeeping is the act of keeping records as it relates to your business. Now, these records can come in form of sales, expenses, stock in, stock out, and what have you. So before we start, let's address why we should even keep our books. Why bookkeeping? Now, we have to do bookkeeping because money will move in and out, and if you don't track them, you will lose control. So bookkeeping will definitely help you to know where your money is going into, what are you spending more on, and it also help you to know which of your business activity brings in more money. If you are actually serious about your business, record keeping or bookkeeping is non-negotiable. Like, it is not an option. You just have to keep your books, you have to keep your records. Mistake number one is mixing personal money with business money, and then this is a no. Now, for some of us, we have just one savings account. That savings account, that's where we receive money for family foodstuffs and all that, for family use. We use the same account for business. That's where we receive all our sales from. And then when you want to go to markets to shop for family need, to shop for foodstuff, you spend from that money. And then when you want to restock, you still spend from the same account. And then sometimes when you want to restock, you discover that you have tampered with your business money without you even knowing. And then this has a way of affecting your business negatively because you start running helter skelter, trying to look for money to make up. Sometimes you might not even see any money again in your account, like you've basically used up the money for your own personal or family wants. To avoid this, the best thing is to create a separate account for your business. Now, this doesn't have to be like a big or a very serious thing. Like, it doesn't really have to be a current account, right? Yes, I know that most people are not able to open current accounts, because their businesses are not registered. But then you can go ahead to open a second savings account, right? So let's say you have your account with maybe GTB, so you can use GTB for your own personal house stuffs. While you open another with, let's say, maybe Fidelity or Wema, where you can use them for your business needs, so that you know that when people want to send you money, this is the account they are to pay into. When somebody wants to gift you money, this is the account they are to pay into, so that you can clearly differentiate between the two and then know when you are spending from each one. See, do you know another reason why you are mixing up your business money with personal money? That's because you are actually not paying yourself. Like, I wonder, how do you employ a sales girl, you employ a salesperson, and you are able to pay the person without complaint, and then when the person leaves, you are the one now managing the place and you are not able to pay yourself? There's no way you won't touch your business money. Yes, because of course you have needs, you have wants. There are days you want to recharge your phone, you have transport to spend from. So when you don't pay yourself, you don't have extra source of income, you definitely have to resort to touching business money. So you have to learn how to pay yourself. Now, for the record keeping, you can basically record this maybe in your notebook, or you can record this on Excel or on a sheet. Now, actually, the best way I would recommend you to record for easy access is Google Sheet. But however, if you feel like this isn't something you can start doing now, I will advise you to first of all record it on paper. Have a notebook for all your sales and expenses. Another mistake most businesses make is not recording sales as they occur. Now, you sold an item today and you're like, okay, I'm going to record it later in the day, and then later never comes. Before you know it, you forget. You made the sales on Monday and then you're trying to record it on Friday. Like, how? In most cases, you're going to forget. So the best thing to do is record sales as soon as they occur. And so when you're recording sales, this should include like the dates when the transaction happened, the name of the customer, the total amount of the goods, how much was paid, is there any balance you're recording. Now, was it a cash or transfer payment? You write it like that. That way it's easier for you to trace or track the transaction, in case there is any issue. Third mistake is Ignoring little expenses, thinking they don't really matter. But this, you see, these little expenses, they really matter. So you should learn how to record all your expenses and then put them under different headings. Like you should have headings for like transportation, have heading for like maintenance. Maybe you repair and maintenance, like you repair something in the shop. You should have where you're recording it. You should have where you're recording way bills. You should have where you're recording data. You should have where you're recording for your utility, that's for your light bill and all that. Then at the end of the month, add all this up and you will see how they will amount to a huge figure. So don't neglect any expenses. As little as that 200 naira recharge card, make sure you include it. As little as that 100 naira water, make sure you record it. Put everything on pen and paper. Another mistake most businesses make is not keeping receipts or records. Someone made a transfer to you, and the person is calling you, okay, I just made a transfer of 10,000 naira for you, please confirm, and you'll be like, okay, no problem, thank you so much. You didn't bother to ask for screenshots. What if it was another person that made that same amount? Do you get? So you have to confirm, you have to be sure that, okay, this 10,000 naira came from so person, and then this is the person's name. So most times, learn how to ask for proofs. Someone is sending money to you, okay, there should be a proof that, okay, this money was sent, because you know that there are some cases where they will send money and then at the end of the day they'll reverse the money back to them. Now, how do you trace this? How do you trace that this particular money did not come into my account? Because if they're like, okay, I've sent some amount to you, like, okay, no problem, thank you, but has it entered? You say no, it has not entered, don't worry, it will enter later. What if that later never comes? What if the money reverses back to them? Or what if the money hooks like along the line? You won't actually be able to trace it. Another mistake most businesses make is guessing profits. Okay, you are buying 50 items of this particular goods, and then in your head you're already calculating that, okay, if I buy it for 50 naira, I can just sell it for 100 naira, so I'm making additional 50 naira gain, without putting it into writing, without considering other costs such as transportation, overhead costs, and all that. You are just imagining your profit, and then this is a very dangerous situation, because you might be running at a loss without knowing. You'll be running at a loss thinking you are making profit. For you to be sure you are making profit in your business, you should be able to deduct the expenses that came alongside that goods, or your office expenses. Deduct it from the costs of the goods. Then what is left, you will now know if you are making good profit or you're even actually making loss. Another mistake most people are making is no system, like having your records scattered all over the place. You have screenshot of a payment that was made in WhatsApp, someone paid by cash. Like, you are not compiling all these payments into one book so that you can easily see all your sales. You can easily see your most trending goods and all that. So you have to learn how to record things, record it in your book, record it on your phone. You have to have a simple template. It doesn't have to be something hard. Have a simple sales template on your phone where you can even easily record it as it is happening. It's easier for you to even record it through your phone. Then for sales, you should be able to record sales separately, have another one for expenses, have another one for an inventory. Now, inventory are basically your goods go the way the movement of goods going in and goods going out of the business. When you bring in new stock, so you have to record it. After selling for the day, for the week, you have to record the number of goods that are out, and then you record the balance of so goods. To help you to know the goods you still have in stock, or the goods that are out of stock. It also helps you to know your best selling products. Another mistake most businesses make is not reviewing their numbers. You can't just be recording for recording sake. Good, you are recording, okay, good, that's one stage. At least you should make out time in like a week, to like go through what you recorded, to go through your sales and expenses, to understand what's happened. Okay, what happened this week, what happened this month. You should be able to go through it and then see how your business is doing. That's basically the whole essence of keeping the record. Another mistake small businesses are making is like they think they've not gotten to that point, where they should put in structure in their business. They feel like record keeping has to be for like big businesses. Look, let me tell you, even if you're a one-man business, you have to learn how to keep record. Start keeping record, start recording things. Even if you have just 5 customers, record it. When they buy stuff, record it. When they pay and they have outstanding balance, still record it. Let it be recorded, let it be on pen and paper. It's not when they are trying to like maybe they want to make payments, they want to pay off their balance, and they're like, okay, how much am I owing you again? And then you start guessing. You are killing your business, because if you cannot even remember, let's say maybe they're even owing you 10,000, you can't mention 5,000, or be like, oh, I think it's 2,000. They'll just pay 2,000, and then before you know, you've lost 8,000. And if care is not taken, that 8,000 might even be capital plus gain. So you should be able to keep record even from the little business you're doing, even from the business, even whether you're working from home or not. Learn how to keep records. I'm going to be recommending that you keep things simple. Do what works for you. Okay, if it is as simple as recording on book and paper, please do it. If you feel comfortable recording on sheets, please do it. What matters here is you are tracking your money, you are reviewing it, and you are improving. Bookkeeping mistakes might look small, but it can actually cost you time, money, and even your sleep. You don't have to wait till December for you to start tracing your money. Like, where you want finance, where you want start. So start today. Track your sales, track your expenses, know your numbers. So if you know you're enjoying my video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.